Welcome back everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day today and I hope you're ready for the stuff that we're going to read today. Can you ever really be ready for it? I don't really know. I've been doing this on a daily basis for a long time and I still don't feel ready for it every day. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be a fun time. We're going to read a whole bunch of fun stuff and I hope you guys enjoy. Am I the a-hole for telling my dad that I'm not his wife? For some background, my parents got divorced 7 years ago, and my father has a girlfriend, but she doesn't live in the same country as we do. So it's basically me, my brother, and my father 2 weeks a month. So the other day, I, 15 female, was in the car with my dad, 49 male, and he started complaining that my brother, 14 male, doesn't help him enough in the garden. I was like, okay. Then he started saying that I'm pretty useless too. I mean, okay, fair enough. The only chores I do is keeping my room and bathroom clean and doing everything regarding those 2 rooms. Empty the dishwasher, set the table, do my laundry and fold it, make sure to leave no mess around the house and cook a small part of every meal like the salad. Then came the moment that really stuck with me. He said that I wasn't fulfilling my duty in the house. I asked what he meant by that. He answered the following thing: you should be in the kitchen cooking for your men, meaning him and my brother, and keeping the house clean for us. Then what really bugged me was when he said, if I was your husband you would, to which I answered, well, I'm not your wife, so period. He didn't really love that comment and said that I was being disrespectful for talking back. Oh my god. You deserve to be talked back to, you bloody dingbat. That's a personal pet peeve of mine. When parents say the stupidest stuff ever, and then they get upset at their child for talking back like they didn't bloody deserve it. Now that I think about it, I could do more around the house and I probably shouldn't have talked back to my father, but it just seemed so unfair and weird that I just needed to cut the discussion short. So am I the a-hole? P.S. No, my father's not a creep in a sexual way at all. I know the wife comment may sound creepy AF. I've never had any problems with him regarding that matter. Oh, what a gross attitude from your dad, OP. That's so nasty. And yeah, like the top comment says, you should not be keeping the house clean on your own. Everybody should be responsible for their own private spaces, bedrooms and bathrooms and laundry, and share in taking care of the other common areas. Your brother needs to learn how to cook and clean after himself because that's what adults do. Please don't marry a lazy person who expects you to do all the cleaning. Yeah, and what a disappointing thing for their dad to say. Like, no, you bloody should not just be in the kitchen and cleaning all the time. And no, you shouldn't be cleaning up everybody's stuff. Obviously, some people want to do that. That's okay. Like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're sort of a homebody and you like cleaning and your partner works a lot or something and you like to look after the place, yeah, it's totally fine if it's an agreement that you make with your partner. But this weird expectation that the dad's putting on OP is not okay. Like that OP should be expected to do that. Hell no, OP. And yeah, that's 100% right, OP. In the future, don't be with somebody who's going to be super lazy. Yeah, this comment: you should be in the kitchen cooking for your men, meaning him and my brother, and keeping the house clean for us. Not surprised that he's divorced with an attitude like that. Yeah, that's 100% right. Like, oh yeah, you sound like a real treat. What a lovely person to be with. Oh, what's that? You think of me as your maid? Yeah, get out of here, dude. That's embarrassing for him to say that to OP. And not just embarrassing, sad too. Sexist and gross. And no, bro, one person in a relationship should not be doing all of the cleaning and the cooking. And like that comment said, no wonder he's divorced if he has an attitude like that. You're completely not the a-hole, OP, and don't take your dad's advice on stuff like this. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The next one is called, am I the a-hole for being disturbed by the way that my husband fixed his sandwich? I'm posting this at my husband's request. This is light-hearted, and I assure you, we're laughing about this. I'm genuinely curious what others' thoughts are. We were having lunch today, and my husband went to put mayo on his sandwich. Instead of putting it on the bread, he put it directly onto the chicken. I asked him what he was doing and why he put it on the chicken like some sort of psychopath. His response was to say that he wasn't thinking, and he laughed it off. Wow, that's so funny, and it's so nice to read a post like this. When do we ever get a light-hearted one? Has that ever happened? It's so refreshing to read this. But to answer your question, I'm assuming that you mean that he hadn't put the chicken onto the bread yet. So the chicken is like separate from the bread and the sandwich because the sandwich isn't even built yet. And putting the mayo on it and then putting all of that onto the bread. I don't know. I don't really feel like that's that strange. I've always considered myself to be somebody who likes to eat weird food combinations. And I guess if it is all going to go in there anyway, then it doesn't make a difference, I guess. I wish there was like a video or something. If there was a video of it, I feel like it'd definitely help. The top comment's so funny. From what I've learned from this subreddit, red flag, divorce immediately. Yeah, and the comment under that, you forgot the marriage counseling step. There's a comment that says he's definitely a a psychopath. Check his viewing habits. If he's watching those spousal murder shows, run now. That's so funny, and it was so nice to read one that was lighthearted. Like, oh, nobody cheated on each other and nobody's getting divorced. That's so beautiful. There's no evil mother-in-laws. The next one that we're going to read is called Am I the Gay Hoe for Telling My Friend That He Did a Great Job Losing His Wife? Right, okay, I don't feel like this one's going to be lighthearted. My friend 42 male, I'll call him James, and his wife 41 female, I'll call Peggy, have been married for about a year and a half. James has this undying loyalty to past lovers that he can't seem to let go, and he suddenly became close to an old friend with benefits that I'll call Bianca. Peggy's not comfortable with their random meetups and their lengthy conversations that only happen when she isn't home or when James is at work. I'm friends with both of them, and I told James he needs to let that friendship with Bianca go with how his wife isn't comfortable. James told me that Bianca is his friend and was there before Peggy, so Peggy needs to get over her insecurities. I told James to please don't ever say that to his wife. For a little backstory, about 2 years ago, Bianca and Peggy were in a wedding together. Peggy knew the history and wasn't bothered. Bianca and Peggy actually hit it off. I wouldn't call them friends, but more like associates. They'd hit each other up time to time again, checking in on each other. Or Bianca would ask James to ask Peggy to keep an eye on her brother whenever he was admitted into the hospital that Peggy worked at. Peggy had no issue with this. Fast forward one day while Peggy's at work, James tells her that he's going to go hang out with Bianca. This has become a regular occurrence, including times James lied and said that he was with his mum or a friend, but was actually with Bianca. This time Peggy texts Bianca just asking how she was doing and how's her brother since being released. Well, Bianca told James. Later that day when Peggy got home, James was very upset about her talking to Bianca and told her not to hit up his friends blocking his whereabouts. Peggy didn't give any pushback. The next day James left work early to continue the discussion, or I call it a berating about Bianca going off on Peggy. This time Peggy told him how she felt. He told her that didn't matter. He even told her that Bianca told him so say anything to Peggy, but he felt that he had to. Fast forward again, James and the guys went out instead of going home. He went to Bianca's until 4 a.m. and told Bianca that he was with me. Bianca knows that it isn't true because I work night shift and I was posting to my stories and she saw them. I told James that Bianca knows that he wasn't with me. He was upset saying that I shouldn't be posting. Now as of today, James is worried that Peggy is planning on leaving him. He went through her phone and saw that she was looking for studio apartments. Now he's worried sick, so I told him, congratulations, you lost your wife. Now he's mad saying that I'm taking joy in his pain. I said like you and Bianca too are a joy in Peggy's. Am I the gay hoe? The top comment says not the gay hoe. He ignored his wife's needs and lied to her, and also dragged friends like you into this by using you as a cover story without your consent. Also, unless he had permission to go through her phone, he also has no issue invading her privacy. If he didn't want to lose Peggy, he should have given more of a damn about her. I hope she takes him to the cleaners. And OP said, and she isn't. She's actually paid all of the household bills and gave him 3 months worth of rent so that he doesn't struggle and can stay afloat. Shaking my head, he fumbled her. Yeah, big time it sounds like it, OP. But no, you're not the a-hole, OP. It didn't sound like you were taking joy in his pain. You were being like, come on dude, what did you even expect? Like, yeah, are you happy now? You're gonna lose your wife, dude? And fair enough too, what did he expect? The next one that we're gonna read is called Am I the Gay Hoe for Getting Upset Because My Husband Wants a Whole Pass? Oh god, I'm not ready to read this. To start off, I'm 8 weeks pregnant. That's so sad already. You're 8 weeks pregnant and he wants a whole pass? Ew. To start off, I'm 8 weeks pregnant and the doctor advised that we not have intercourse until after 13 weeks. Prior to this, I had 2 miscarriages last year and we finally have our rainbow baby. Oh, I'm so sorry, OP. As excited as we both are, my husband decided to ask me for a whole pass to have intercourse with another woman since we can't. He believes it's only horizontal mumbo and nothing more. Me, rolls eyes. He said that he loves me and only me and that he wants to spend his life with me and our children, but he has needs. I, of course, got extremely upset and I refused. I told him we could get a divorce and he could be with as many women as he wants to. In case anybody wants to know, no, he's not cheating. We're together literally all the time. So please tell me, am I the a-hole? Am I in the right here? I don't really understand how you could be in the wrong, OP. Of course you're not in the wrong. Yeah, the top comment, not the a-hole. What a jerk. Just save time and divorce him now. The second top comment says, hang on a second. You're 8 weeks on your 3rd pregnancy after 2 recurring miscarriages and he can't keep his ding-dong in his pants for 5 weeks. And he said this to you when you're still not out of the woods with the pregnancy, upsetting you and putting stress on you, which is not good for your pregnancy. This guy's an a-hole. Will he be able to wait the 6 weeks when you're postpartum? I also had 2 miscarriages before my rainbow baby, so I know what you're going through. So I think it's outrageous that he said this to you when all his thoughts should be on you and the baby. Best of luck with your pregnancy. Those rainbow babies are extra special. Edit, I definitely agree the 6-week postpartum timeline I mentioned is unrealistic for most of us. Try a couple of months or more. Edit, for those asking if my baby's gay, that made me laugh. The term rainbow baby describes a child who's born after a previous spontaneous miscarriage or stillbirth or death during infancy. The rainbow is a symbol of the radiant beauty that can come after a devastating storm, and the term rainbow baby is meant to both celebrate a new baby and honor a loss. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that in the comment. But yeah, back to the post. Your husband's an a-hole, OP. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Yeah, this comment, what a douche. How old is he? Definitely immature. Tell him you have needs too, like having a decent husband. God, that's such a good comment. Yeah, this comment too. This is unbelievable. It can't be real. He thinks he has the right to cheat because you can't fulfill his needs for 5 weeks. There are going to be longer periods when you don't have the horizontal mumbo once you have kids, and he will cheat. He clearly thinks he has the right to. Even talking about fulfilling needs is gross. He does not have rights to your body. You're a person, not a horizontal mumbo machine. Everything about this is ick. I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say. You're married to absolute garbage, not the yay-hole. Yeah, I'm kinda in shock too. I feel so sorry for you, OP. That's so sad. Like, really sad and icky and nasty. That's not how you be a good supportive partner. All the best with everything, OP. The next one that we're gonna read is called, Am I the yay-hole for asking my girlfriend to split the hotel cost after she invited her friends without telling me? Wow, okay. So I recently took my girlfriend Emily on a weekend trip to a popular beach town. I booked a nice hotel room for us to enjoy a romantic getaway. Everything was great until the second night when Emily invited her 2 friends, Lara and Kate, to hang out with us. She didn't tell me they were coming and I was a bit surprised, but I went along with it. Things got even more awkward when they decided to crash in our hotel room because they didn't want to pay for their own. Oh god. I was annoyed, but I didn't want to cause a scene. The room was cramped with 4 people, and it definitely wasn't the romantic getaway that I had planned. The next morning I told Emily I wasn't comfortable with her friends staying for free, and that I felt like they should chip in for the room. Emily got defensive and said that it was rude to ask them for money since they're her friends. I argued that it was unfair for me to cover the entire cost when I only planned for the 2 of us, and she invited them without consulting me. Emily eventually asked Lara and Kate if they could help with the cost. They were taken aback, but they agreed reluctantly. However, Emily was still upset with me, saying that I embarrassed her in front of her friends and that I should have just let it go. When we got home, Emily told our mutual friends what happened. Okay, I'm getting a bad vibe from Emily, and now some of them think I was unreasonable and cheap. Others think that I had a point that Emily should have asked before inviting her friends to stay. Am I the gay hole for asking my girlfriend and her friends to split the hotel cost after they crashed our romantic getaway? Wow, Emily, why wouldn't you even ask? Why would she feel like that was okay and then get upset at you, OP? And also, you were the one who paid for the entire trip. Emily didn't pay for it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring my 2 other friends without even asking my partner, and I didn't pay for the trip and also didn't ask my partner first if that was okay? That's so weird. The top comment says, not the gay hole. From what you've said, you were the one paying for this hotel room, not your girlfriend. Lara and Kate aren't your friends, they're Emily's, so they're getting to stay in a hotel room off of your dime, not hers. I'd personally feel super uncomfortable sharing a room with the friends of my girlfriend when my intention and plan was to have a romantic time with my girlfriend. I'm not sure how long you've been dating, but frankly, Emily's decision to invite them without consulting you, and the subsequent decisions and reactions to them staying in the hotel room with you, were so disrespectful. She's more concerned about being embarrassed, a situation that she put herself in, than she is you not being taken advantage of. I don't want to suggest breaking up, but keep her behavior and reaction in mind for the future. And OP said, indeed, and I don't know if it's right, but I think I should be the one who should be a little upset with her for ruining our date and not the other way around. The comment under that says, run. This girl is pumping you for cash and trying to take her friends along for the ride. I would have said no the second those 2 girls showed up. Hey, I planned for a romantic getaway. What are they doing here? She made this crappy situation, so any awkwardness has to fall onto her. Don't protect her from the situation that she created. But I also think you asking for money is your way of expressing discontent, and I think you could be more direct. Yeah, that's a good point. Emily created the situation and then gets upset at OP because they don't want to go along with it. Nah. The comment under that says, not the gay hole, but your girlfriend chose a weekend with her friends over a weekend with you. That's something you should be thinking about. Yeah, and also then when they got home, immediately tells all the friends about it, like getting their opinion on it as well. It doesn't sound like Emily feels bad at all. Yeah, this comment too. Why on earth would she bring friends to a romantic getaway and then expect you to foot the bill? Entitled much? And what if you did that to her? Dude, get out of there. You don't need that drama. Yeah, that's really surprising, and it does sound like OP was surprised as well. Like, it doesn't sound like something that OP would expect out of her. But yeah, it's super disrespectful. No, I don't feel like you're the a-hole at all, OP. And the friends that think that you're being unreasonable and cheap, don't even listen to that. They can get out of here with that. Yeah, definitely not getting a good vibe from Emily. Okay, we're gonna read one more Am I the A-hole post, and then I've got a couple of stories about Kevin to end the episode. They look pretty funny, so I feel like they'll act as wholesome memes today, just to sort of end the episode on a good note. it. Am I the a-hole for refusing to financially support my sister because she chose to become a single mother? I, 32 male, have a sister Emily, 34 female, who has always wanted to be a mother, but she hasn't been able to find the right partner. After years of waiting, I suggested that she consider IVF treatment. I even helped her research the process and find the clinics. She loved the idea and decided to go ahead with it. Emily had the financial means to afford IVF on her own, but it meant that she had to cut back on creature comforts and luxuries for the foreseeable future. 2 months ago, after her 4th round of treatment, she got pregnant. The whole family is very happy for her and she's happy too. She didn't expect it to take so many rounds of treatment though, so the bill ended up higher than she was prepared for. She does have enough money to support herself, but not very comfortably. She asked our family for help so she wouldn't have to make even more sacrifices. Our parents are retired and living on a fixed income, so they can't contribute much. That leaves me as her main source of potential financial support. Last week, Emily sat me down and asked me for money. I've got no issue with people choosing to be a single parent if they can afford it, but I don't believe it's fair to ask other people to finance such a personal choice, especially when there are significant long-term financial commitments involved. I have a wife and a newborn son. While we do have some extra money, we're using it to keep our own little family comfortable and save for a bigger house, currently living in a single-bedroom condo. I told Emily that I wouldn't be able to help her foot the bill. Emily was heartbroken and furious. She argued that family is supposed to support each other and that I'm being selfish and judgmental. Our parents are also upset with me, saying that I'm not being a good brother. They think that I should help her because she's family and this is her dream. They're especially upset because it was my idea and I helped her research it. Oh yeah, but I mean she shouldn't be doing it if she can't afford it. I offered to help Emily by letting her eat dinner with us nightly, since she lives nearby, and letting her use my car, which is cheaper to run since it's electric. She said that's not nearly enough. Why do you suddenly owe your sister, OP? I have my own family to think about and financial goals to achieve. I feel it's unreasonable to put myself in a difficult financial position for something that's Emily's personal choice, even if I did initially suggest it. Am I the a-hole for not supporting her financially? Edit to add, my sister is a homeowner with a slightly bigger house than mine, making slightly more money than I do. She can absolutely afford a child. She took from savings to pay for the 4th round of IVF and is rebuilding it as fast as possible by not spending. It's not like she didn't budget, she just doesn't like being frugal. She also did take me up on the offer to temporarily trade cars and eat dinner with my family. IVF was not my first suggestion. She wasn't going to adopt a child because she wants a biological child. She did not use donor IUI because she wanted PGT done to ensure that she'd have a boy because that's what she wanted since high school. I was not involved in her treatment or consultation, and I don't agree with her decision. I helped her research because I was trying to be a good brother. Oh no, you're definitely not the a-hole, OP. You even said at the end there, she can afford it. She just doesn't like being frugal. Like, yeah, you are going to have to cut back on creature comforts and luxuries. It was a little bit confusing before you did the update, OP. But the fact that you even said she can absolutely afford a child, she just doesn't like to be frugal. She made the choice to have a child. What did she expect? There's a comment that says folks that need financial assistance shouldn't be entering into a pregnancy, OP. What's going to happen when she has to pay for diapers and equipment and pediatrician visits and immunizations? The list is endless. And OP said, I agree with you, but she can afford the child. She's just working to rebuild her savings right now. She pulled from her savings to pay for the 4th round of IVF, so she's being frugal, which she finds uncomfortable. That's such a non-issue. Oh my god. Your sister is so entitled, OP. She's not even struggling. Oh no, I had to pull from my savings. So what, they had a whole bunch of money saved up, just sitting there? Oh no, I had to use some of it, and I'm uncomfortable because what, I'm gonna try and replace it now? Does she realize how fortunate she is? No, you don't have to financially support her because she doesn't like being frugal. Get out of here with that. She makes more money than OP does. Like, that's wild. Imagine making more money than your sibling, asking them to help you out financially because of a decision that you made, because you have to take money out of your savings, and while you try to fill your savings back up, you don't want to miss out on your creature comforts and your luxuries, so you expect your brother to pay for it? That's so bad, OP. You're definitely not the a-hole. There's a comment here that says, based on your edit, she doesn't really need any help. She's being frugal to build back savings, not to afford her basic bills. She might feel like she's struggling compared to previous, but kids are expensive. She doesn't need financial help. She needs to adjust to her new budget, not the a-hole. Yeah, that's actually kind of wild. And the entitlement to think that OP needs to give them money. And also the fact that the parents are upset as well. Yeah, that's enough Am I the a-hole for today. Let's read some stories about Kevin. Kevina doesn't know about autumn. Oh my god. I can't wait to read this. I'm currently training to be a gardener, and I'm in a class with a real Kevina. I could tell many stories, and I kind of feel bad for her sometimes, because she does have a hard time understanding basic things, and apparently was never taught the most basic things. She basically on an intellectual level of a 12-year-old, while she's actually 26. One day, 8 months into the course, while revisiting all the material that we'd learnt for the final exam for the year, she asked out of the blue why all the trees lost their leaves in the winter and had to be felled. Turns out that by that time she'd never understood that some trees drop their leaves in winter and grow new ones in spring. We were obviously taught as much, and she seemed to confuse pruning with cutting down a whole tree. We had a whole exam about all the possible ways to prune trees. There are more examples of her not understanding basic concepts, even after hours and hours of our teachers explaining them to us, but that one left me speechless. Wow, interesting. We've read some really funny but also interesting stuff on the stories about Kevin subreddit before. Wasn't there one where somebody didn't believe that the moon was real or something? The most bizarre stuff ever. The next one on here says, I think I'm a Kevina. My country is a bunch of islands. In my late teens, I tried to pet a seal because I thought they were cute sea doggos. It chased me back to the car. I think I almost died. Oh god. I didn't know what continents are until I was 27. I got fired from my last job as a cook because I kept forgetting to turn the deep fryers off overnight. Oh god. Kept forgetting to turn the deep fryers off overnight. I can't drive. I keep getting the accelerator and the brake confused and I just crash. Edit deep fryers. My bad. Wow. Interesting. We never see them from that perspective. Like, hey, I'm a Kevina. Yeah, like this comment says, the visual of you being chased by a seal is too much. Somebody said, can you explain the continents part? Did you grow up somewhere without public education? And OP said, no, I live in New Zealand. I don't know how I didn't know. Okay, now that we've read something a little bit more lighthearted, I feel like that's enough for today. That was such a fun episode, and thank you for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you let me know down below in the comment section, and also like and subscribe. And the comment of the day, once again goes to Spider Gamer. Day 40 of telling the Vincey fam god-awful jokes that I heard on the internet. Okay, get ready, everybody. What's a scarecrow's favorite fruit? Strawberries. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Spider Gamer. I know I say it every time, but I really appreciate the awful jokes. Dare I say they're not even awful? They're incredible. Okay, I'm out of here. Thank you for the support, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, wait a second. I've messed up my outro. Let me try that again. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!